At the beginning of the film, a couple is heard talking. David says, "I had the most amazing dream." He describes a finished house, beautifully decorated and surrounded by Ramona's favorite flowers. Ramona guesses, irises. David nods, adding that they were happy, just the two of them and the kids. All that was left was choosing a name for the place. Ramona replies, "Not every farm needs a name." David asks what she choose, but she doesn't have an answer. It's then revealed that Ramona is watching this video on her phone, visibly saddened. Her son walks in, opens the curtains, and tells her the electricity is out. He asks if she'll call the electric company. She replies, "Let me wake up." As she gets out of bed, we see that she's injured. Using crutches, she says, "Give me strength," and starts walking. Meanwhile, Taylor is playing with his dog and feeding chickens. When he tries to cook, he realizes the stove doesn't work and there are no matchsticks. He heads to the attic to get a lighter from his dad's belongings and also takes his dad's cup. At the same time, Ramona notices her phone's battery is low. Struggling, she slowly makes her way downstairs. In the kitchen, she sees Annie holding a knife and immediately intervenes, asking Taylor to keep an eye on her. Taylor serves food to Annie and then quickly makes a plate for Ramona when he sees her struggling. Ramona notices David's old cup on the table. Taylor asks when the power will return, but Ramona replies that her phone is dead. Frustrated, Taylor reacts, prompting Ramona to snap back, accusing him of being upset over missing video games and reminding him that he could have called if he hadn't broken his phone. After a brief laugh, Ramona suddenly starts crying while staring at David's empty chair. Just then, Charlie vomits. Ramona asks what Taylor fed him, and he replies, "Food, since we're out of dog food." She tells him to chain Charlie outside. Ramona checks the mail and finds a letter offering condolences, triggering a memory of the accident involving her and David. At that moment, Taylor tells her there's a woman sitting in the yard. Ramona looks outside and sees a woman dressed entirely in black, silently sitting on a chair. Annie asks, "Who is that and why is her face covered?" Ramona admits she doesn't know. Taylor speculates she might be disfigured. Annie suggests calling an ambulance, but Taylor sarcastically reminds them they can't. Charlie barks nonstop at the woman. Annie says, "Daddy would know what to do." That's when Ramona decides to confront the stranger. She tells Taylor to stay inside. As she approaches the woman, she calls out, "Can you hear me? I just want to help." The woman responds, "How did I get here?" Ramona replies, "I was about to ask you the same thing. Are you hurt?" The woman then asks for Ramona's full name. Ramona hesitates, saying, "Just Ramona is fine." The woman says she asked because she noticed the ring on Ramona's finger and asks if this is her home. Ramona, growing cautious, says she's just trying to help. The woman responds that she's fine. Ramona tells her to leave, but the woman murmurs, "Ever wish someone else would be strong for once, and you could just disappear?" Ramona warns that her husband will be home any minute. The woman chillingly replies, "He's not coming home. That the wrecked truck. You were lucky he wasn't." Ramona demands to know who she is. Calling to her kids to get inside, the woman says, "Your children are such darlings, ripe enough to eat." Enraged, Ramona shouts, "Leave or I'm calling the police." The woman calmly replies, "Today is the day, Ramona. You called and I came." She lifts her hand, revealing it soaked in blood. Ramona gasps and stumbles back, discovering dead hens in the coop. She rushes to the Jeep to charge her phone, but it won't work. Charlie continues barking until the woman gestures, and he falls completely silent. Inside, Taylor goes to check on his mother. Ramona appears and quickly locks the doors. She sets the flashlight and keys on the table. Taylor asks what the woman said. Ramona lies, claiming the woman mistook her for a nurse. Taylor presses for more details, and Ramona guesses she wandered from a nearby nursing home. Annie questions why the woman is dressed like that. Ramona brushes it off, saying they shouldn't interfere with people in that state. Trying to distract them, she asks, "Who wants ice cream?" Later, Taylor asks if the woman gave her name. Ramona says no. Taylor wonders how they'll identify her without that. Ramona explains it was hard to get anything from her. Taylor suggests getting their dad's gun ready, but Ramona sends him to his room. When he refuses, she throws David's cup, shattering it. Taylor sets up a chair in the living room to keep watch. Ramona approaches him, saying they'll call someone as soon as the power returns. Annie soon tells her the woman is closer now. They look out the window and see the woman's shadow stretching unnaturally, denting the broken truck nearby. Ramona is later seen pulling a thread from the stitches in her leg, only snapping out of it when Annie calls her. Annie shows her how she wrote the letter, R. Ramona gently corrects her and turns the letter into a drawing. Annie asks, "How come you don't paint anymore?" Ramona replies, "Maybe I will, when a beautiful picture comes into Mommy's head." She asks Annie to stay with sleeping Taylor and heads out to check on the woman. Calling out softly to Charlie, she notices his leash embedded in the ground and eventually yanks it free, only to discover it's broken. Suddenly, the woman appears again. Taylor wakes up, noticing mud on Ramona's shoes. Annie shows Taylor her writing again, and Taylor points out she wrote the letter R. As he starts playing with a ball, Ramona tells him to stop. He suggests going to a neighbor's to use their phone, but Ramona says she can't drive like this. Taylor offers to drive, claiming David let him. Ramona says it only happened twice. He then suggests walking to Aurora Acres. Ramona forbids it. Frustrated, Taylor swears, provoking Ramona. She grabs a knife, then throws the ball out the window. She yells at Annie for writing the R wrong but quickly apologizes and hugs her. During the embrace, she suddenly stabs, but it's just a cushion, not Annie. Annie screams. She stepped on the broken cup shard. Ramona picks her up and takes her to the room. Taylor watches the woman outside, then quietly grabs a rod and Jeep keys before sneaking out. A painting of the woman is seen by the door. Ramona apologizes to Annie. Annie says, "It was an accident," and adds, "like when Daddy crashed and died." Taylor tries to start the Jeep, but it won't start. The woman disappears from the chair. A noise startles him. She's behind him. He sees her reflection, chases a moving shadow, and bumps into his mother. We see the woman still sitting in the yard. Inside, Taylor demands answers. "Who is she? Where's Charlie? You know her." Ramona insists she's protecting them. Taylor mocks her unstable condition. Ramona throws a basket at him. Taylor locks himself in a room. Annie sneaks off to see the woman. Ramona falls trying to reach Taylor. The woman is now closer to the house. Taylor pulls out his dad's gun. Ramona pleads, but he storms out. Outside, he confronts the woman. "You've got 10 seconds to get off our property." She rises and walks toward him. Her shadow grows and brushes a wind chime. Inside, Ramona confides in Annie, "I'm trying to do what's best for you. That's why I changed the scary part." Outside, the woman tells Taylor, "You're confused. Your mother's been lying to you." She claims Ramona reversed the story of David's death. Taylor confronts Ramona. Flashbacks reveal the truth. Ramona was driving after an argument with David. She crashed after seeing the woman in the rearview mirror. Back in the present, the woman's shadow causes chaos, slamming doors and destroying furniture. Ramona yells, "It's her." They flee to the attic. The shadow grabs Annie. Taylor blocks the window with a painting and secures the attic. Suddenly, they see the woman sitting silently in the dark. Taylor turns on the flashlight, only to find the chair empty. She attacks. Ramona fights back with a rod. Taylor helps. Annie hides. The woman approaches Annie gently, saying, "It's me. Don't be scared." She hugs Annie, and both vanish. Ramona and Taylor follow Annie's voice into another room. Ramona discovers a hidden passage through a mirror, entering a parallel world. There, David repeats his dream from the beginning, but she realizes something is off. The tattoo is reversed. It's not her David. He covers her with a black cloth. Ramona finds herself sitting in the yard, in the woman's place. She asks, "How did I get here?" and realizes she is the woman, her other self. Back in the attic, Taylor shines the flashlight on her. It's revealed the woman was Ramona all along. Annie wakes up. Ramona tells Taylor to take Annie and leave. She takes the gun. The woman reappears, saying she's here to help, just like Ramona asked. She's a manifestation of Ramona's inner pain. She reminds Ramona she discarded all the bullets except one. Ramona asks, "Will my kids be okay?" The woman shows her a vision of a happy future if she sets them free. Ramona comes downstairs and tells Taylor to take Annie to Aurora Acres. Annie gives Ramona her soft toy, saying she doesn't want her to be alone. After they leave, Ramona sits in the garage with the gun. The woman helps her hold it. Just then, Ramona sees Annie's toy and reconsiders. The woman's shadow merges with hers. Ramona smiles at her reflection. Outside, the children return. Ramona greets them. "I changed the scary part," she says. Taylor asks, "Will she come back?" Ramona answers, "Not today. But if she does, I'll be ready." As they enter the house, we see the name Iris Heaven. The power returns. Charlie reappears, and they all head inside smiling. A painting by Ramona shows her name written in reverse, hinting they're now in a parallel world.